Hello, welcome to another update. So the Killteam releases have been announced. We know what supporting materials are going to be coming out with it next week as well. I have to say I'm very excited about this one. I cannot wait. I've held back on my Killteam content so far. I wanted to wait for everything we know about the game to come out before I start making predictions and just putting things out there. Here's a little poll I put up earlier where I asked people to predict what supporting materials might be launching with the game. So I was really expecting some card packs for factions. They're not coming out at launch. Potentially could be coming up later on. I thought we'd get similar card packs to the ones that we got with Warcry. Yeah, we might get them later on. I will certainly be using the Compendium book, which we'll talk about in a minute. I'll be using that to create my own cards for my factions, that kind of thing as well. Next big one really people expected was dice, which we got. Premium Combat Gauge didn't arrive. Black Library tie-in didn't arrive either. So first of all, we've got the main box itself. So this includes everything that is up for pre-order this week. Everything's here except for the content from the Compendium. So every other release for this week is an iteration of this, with the exception of the dice. So we'll have prices tomorrow. I'll do an update on that as soon as it comes out. So expect that by midday tomorrow. But this is heavily touted to be £125. That is the price for all of the main launch boxes that have been released in quite some time. I know some people think it's a very good deal. I am not so sure. The last Killteam that came out was way cheaper, and it was about 3 years ago. The last core set, which came out for Killteam about 18 months ago, that was also much cheaper than this one is. Next up, we've got the two books, so the core book and the Compendium. Core book, obviously, in the main box anyway. I'm not 1000% sure. They do look softback, but I can't quite tell. I know that the one in the box is definitely a softback book. But yeah, so these are coming out. So if you don't want to buy the Orcs or the Krieg or any of that terrain and that kind of thing, more or less everything from that box is being released separately this weekend. Has the TacOp Cards or Tactical Op Cards. These are two identical decks, I believe. So as you and whoever you're playing with can use them both at the same time. So again, this is in the core box. Now, if you don't go for the core box, this completes everything you need. So this is the Killzone Essentials box. So basically, it is the combat gauges, 6 sets of barriers, and all the tokens and that kind of thing that come in that core box as well. So again, it'd be interesting to see how this is priced. I think for what it is, I'm hoping it's going to be around about the 30 quid mark, something like that, or 30 quid or cheaper. So that, you know, I know that they want to sell this Octarius box. I know they want it to fly off the shelf. So sometimes they make the supporting products a little bit more expensive just to drive that main box, but who knows. But I'll follow this with an update in the morning, giving us all of those prices as they are released. Now, one big money spinner for GW is we've got lots and lots of lovely dice. Now, I am a complete mug for dice. It's well known throughout my gaming group. They all laugh at me. I get all the dice for everything when they come out. I'm definitely not getting these. We just don't need them. We will definitely be moving on from... Those of you from Killteam, the last edition, you will need more dice than that for this one. And again, I'll be updating on all of the different gameplay and that kind of thing as we go forward. As we go through the week and the weeks in between pre-order and launch, I'll be looking at all that stuff. I'm assuming that all the details of the game will be out by the end of next week. So that is in time for it going live for pre-order next Saturday. But yeah, so we've got dice for the Krieg, for the Orcs. We've got a set for Adeptus Astartes, and we've got one like Chaos set as well. So just before we move on to the Black Library content, and then a quick follow-up on all of this Killteam stuff, just to give a few opinion pieces and that kind of thing, just want to give a quick plug to my Element Games affiliate link, which you can find down in the description. So if you buy anything using that link, it doesn't cost you a penny more, but it gives me a little tiny kickback, which really helps the channel out. There's also a code down there that you can double your reward points with as well. And I also want to say a massive thank you to there's a couple of people that use that link, and it really does help me out. I massively appreciate it. Now, there's 4 separate Black Library releases this week. We have got the Hellwinter Gate, we've got Coven of Blood, and we've got Volume 1 of Malice Darkblade. We also have a German-only book which is coming out as well, which I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce it. Now, all of those will be available in digital format as well, except for Coven of Blood. Before we get back on the Killteam, confirmation that next weekend we've got the live events running on the Warhammer Twitch stream. So that is the first event in ages run by Warhammer, and it's the one in Florida next weekend, so they'll be streaming that. Right, back to Killteam. Now, I've always been fairly sure that Killteam 2.0 would be a bit of a slam dunk. You know, I expected nothing but success for it. I know that in terms of gameplay, they have kind of genre merged in terms of, not genre merged, but they've certainly gone between a few of their different games, grabbing elements of different things and kind of smushing them in to create what we've got coming up soon. So, for example, a few weeks ago, I said that I would prefer that it would steer a little bit more in the Warcry direction, which it has to a degree, but not massively. I think the really good thing about this is, as much as it is pushing towards certain Warcry aspects, it is remaining a deeper game, so a much more involved game than what Warcry is. That's what it appears like on the outset. And after I said that on one of the videos, I did see some contrasting comments down in the comments section. So a few people were saying, basically, if they just straight up rebranded or rebadged Warcry in the 40k setting and called it Killteam 2.0, they'd be very happy. In the same way, some people said, do you know what, if they dumb this down to where we are with Warcry or push it in that direction, I'm just not interested. I'll continue to play Warcry 1.0 and just keep going. And I can understand that. I can really understand that, because the game is so different now to the last version of Killteam. It has massively changed. So Killteam was very, very much a single model version of 40k, even to do with the phases and the phases of play, and to do with the stat charts and all that kind of stuff. Very, very, very much 40. But the biggest change for me is just the way you handle your activations in the new version of Killteam. So it's completely stripped out the phases of play that 40k has and moved you. There's still some phases there, but certainly it's moved you into an activation-based system like Warcry is. Now, the only thing I'd really complain about is that with Killteam, I put out a video a few months ago. It was very negative to Games Workshop to do with some, what I saw at least, as being some dodgy dealings in the way that they were selling some of their products. It does really irritate me that they release content like the Pariah Nexus box, which was around about the 90 quid mark, the Killzone's book, and things like that. It really annoys me that they would bring things like that out. It's a very significant purchase, especially Pariah Nexus, to be bringing that out so close to a new edition of Killteam. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to rubbish all the gameplay and that you can't go back and play the Pariah Nexus box. You can't play all that stuff with the new Killteam rules. And in fact, when we launch the new Killteam game, one of the first things I'll be doing is I'll be going back to Killteam Arena, Killteam Rogue Trader, the Pariah Nexus box, and testing out all of that gameplay with the new rule system and that kind of thing. I'll be reporting on that straight away, because I think it's quite interesting to see what happens with that. I think it would be a real kick in the teeth for a lot of people just to drop all that content and just have it go nowhere. I'd like to be able to play that stuff going forward. Just in the same way as we've got the compendium book coming out, what content's going to be in there? So the stuff that was released in the Rogue Trader book, is that going to be are they going to be available in the compendium? All of the content that was out for Blackstone Fortress, which there really was quite a lot of stuff from Blackstone Fortress that was brought into Killteam. And I actually think that Blackstone Fortress, I forget the name, but the enemy faction in there, I thought they were a good Killteam as well. And I hope we get a chance to play with them going forward and all. So, yeah, all in all, I'm very happy with what's coming out. The faction card packs, it would be nice to see them for if you've got a specific faction that you really like and you're going to be playing Killteam with them a lot. It'd be good to have those, but at the same time, I'm sure that some of the internet wizards will create one of those kind of online fillable stat sheets that you can do, so you're going to be able to create your own and that kind of thing. I'm sure that one of them will be along within at least 2 or 3 weeks of the new box launching. I think I've done enough waffling there. I'm going to save the rest of the content for the videos that are coming out over the next few weeks. I'm not sure when the next video for Killteam is going to be. Certainly we'll be talking about prices in the morning, but I think I might wait until all of the gameplay information is out and available before I start guessing about what that content is going to be. We're so close to launching now that we really should know everything without having to guess anymore. Now, the last thing before I go is that in early October, I will be making the pilgrimage up to Nottingham for Warhammer World for a long weekend. So I'll be going there from Friday to Monday. I'll be there playing games throughout the whole lot with people from my gaming group. If any of you are interested in meeting up for have a game with me or anything like that, let me know in the comments or drop me an email at mike@foible.co.uk and we'll certainly set something up. But yeah, I'll be there early October. I think it's that sort of first weekend in October. But if you're interested in meeting up, let me know and we'll make it happen. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Much appreciated. I'll be back to you in the morning with all of the Killteam prices and that kind of stuff, along with any other news which I find interesting. And yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much. See you later.